But first team I want to go through is, like I said, my team, Liverpool. I want to look at the prices, talk about some certain players in each position, and then we're going to start building our team. Usually the way I build my team initially in FPL, there's certain players I have in mind that I know straight away are going straight into the team. One of them is Mo Salah, so I'm going to throw Salah in there regardless. He's 14.5 million, the most expensive player this year. The most.
The most electrifying.
But for me, Salah he's a must pick. He's a must pick, you know what I mean? Starting off with the goalkeepers, right? We've just signed Marmadashvili. Obviously, Alisson is still our number one, but I'm noticing 4.5 million in the price of Marmadashvili. That's actually nice because Alisson, as much as I love him and he's the best goalkeeper in the world, he gets injured a fair bit. I feel like Alisson's been injured every season for as long as I can remember. So if Alisson does get injured, obviously our backup will be Marmadashvili. And for him to be 4.5, it's a very good price point to get a goalkeeper at. We're not going to talk about goalkeepers too much, though, until the end of building the team, because apart from people who play goalkeeper in real life, who really cares about goalkeepers? Let's be for real. Liverpool's defence is going to be an interesting one this year. We've got obviously Virgil, who's obviously the nail-on guy, 6 million. We've just signed Kirkes from Bournemouth. He had a good points total last year, 134. 6 million for him too. Where's Frimpong? He's at 6 mil. Robbo's at 6 mil as well. And Kanate's 5.5. Now, I would want to get one of the Liverpool's defenders in our team. And I don't know whether it's going to be Frimpong or whether it's going to be Kirkes. I don't know who's the more nail-on player to get their position, because Robbo he's going to fight for that number one left-back spot, bro. Do you know what I mean? I know he's getting older now, but still. Connor Bradley too. He shows out when he does play, but I do think Frimpong will be number one choice at fullback. Getting on the overlap from Mo Salah. He's going to be a different type of right back to what Trent was for us, but I do like Frimpong, bro, and I'm going to throw Frimpong in my team at the minute. 6 million's a lot for a defender, and especially if you don't know if he's going to be number one pick, but I think he should be, and if he's not, I've had a stinker. And to be honest, by the end of the deadline, by the way, to build your teams is going to be on the 15th of August, which is my birthday. My team, Liverpool, playing on my birthday. It's written in the stars. Shout out Tiny Temper, bro. What a song that was. That's a proper Barclays song right there. But anyway, yeah, by the time the deadline is up, which will be an hour and a half before kickoff, right? They changed it. It used to be an hour. Now it's an hour and a half. So it should be 6:30 on August 15th. I'll probably be drunk by then. So I'll probably forget to do my team before the deadline. So I need to make sure this is locked in before the deadline does hit. But yeah, we've got like just under a month. We've got about 3 weeks to nail on our teams. And like I say, probably by then, Frimpong will be swapped out for Virgil. I can't lie. Same price point, and Virgil's the guaranteed starter. But let's keep Frimpong there as a placeholder for now. I know I'm yapping a lot, but this is my team, Liverpool, so we're probably going to stay on Liverpool for the longest. Every other team I won't spend too long on, and then we'll just start putting our team together properly, filling in the rest of those gaps in the team wherever we need to. Midfield is going to be a tough one for the Prem this year for Liverpool, because we've got Diaz. Who knows if he's going to leave? He's at 8 million. We've put Salah in already. Szoboszlai at 6.5. I love that price point for Szoboszlai. But is he going to be a starter? We've got Gakpo in at the midfield too. If Diaz leaves, does Gakpo become the starting left winger? Who knows? McAllister at 6.5. Don't love that. If I was going to get a midfielder at 6.5, I'd go Szoboszlai. Gravenberch is suspended until the 25th of August. Gravenberch is suspended for the first game. I didn't even realise that. That's news to me. We've got Curtis Jones at 5.5, but the big one down here is this guy, Florian Wirtz. Apologies if the screen's cut off, by the way. I'm trying to figure out a good setup to have this, but you should be able to see the team, at least on the left. 8.5 mil for Florian Wirtz. Now, if Wirtz does come in to be our starter, because the way our midfield is probably going to run next season, we'll have Gravenberch and McAllister at the bottom, and then have like a free roaming Cam at the top. Number 10, Florian Wirtz, is my guess. But then Szoboszlai could also fill in that position. There was talks about Wirtz coming in at striker, playing like a false nine. But then we have just signed Ekitike in the last few days. I don't know too much about him, to be honest. Big price tag, though. But then you saw a big price tag on this man, Darwin Núñez, 6.5 mil for him. He was a big price tag and then didn't end up being a starter. So who knows where Ekitike is going to come into our team. I actually do not know if he's going to come in and be a starter, but you'd imagine he might be. But if Wirtz is actually the starter at a false nine, 8.5 mil as a midfielder is a great price point, because if you don't know, In fantasy football, midfielders get more points than strikers for scoring goals. Strikers get 4 points for a goal, midfielders get 5, and defenders get 6. As long as they haven't changed it. I haven't read the rules recently, but yeah. So honestly, I think Wirtz and Szoboszlai are both good picks. It depends who starts though. Szoboszlai at 6.5, if he's a starter still next season, that's a great price tag, I can't lie. And as for strikers, Ekitiké's not on the game yet. It'll be interesting to see what they price him at. I reckon they'll probably do 7.5 or 8. If he's any more than 8 mil, maybe, in fact, he's a Liverpool striker and he's probably our only striker for the season. They'll probably put him at 8.5 or maybe more. If he's more than 8.5, I would ignore it, to be honest. But really, that's all I want to say about Liverpool, I think. The next team I want to look at is Chelsea.